Hello everyone, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Aileen and here we like to talk about all things makeup, mostly luxury makeup, skincare, and fashion. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I hope you consider subscribing and joining the family. So today, I know I've been off YouTube a little bit, on and off, and I've been dabbling here and there, but I just want to get ready using all my favorites. Like, I've been traveling a lot during the summer, and these products are the ones I just took with me everywhere I went. And I'll give you a small mini review if I haven't reviewed it already, and if I have, I'll link it above, and we'll just chit chat and all that and get ready. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then keep on watching. So this is like a chatty favorites. I know I've been a little MIA, but school's back in session. I feel like my schedule is back on track now, so let's get to it. I did already do my brows off camera. These are not new products, but this is the Sirot Refillable Brow Pencil. This is in brunette. This is my favorite holy grail pencil. If I had to pick one, it would be this. And of course, the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel in Espresso. I gotta have it. I had bought taupe just because I couldn't be without a backup. And then I ran out, and then Espresso came back in stock, and I purchased it, and I gave taupe to my best friend, and she loves it as well. As far as primer goes, my go-to this summer has been the Waso from Shiseido. I heard it's being discontinued. I believe it's still available on Shiseido's website. If it is, I'll link it down below. I'm very sad to see it go, but I have been using another one that was recommended by a subscriber, and I don't remember right now their name, but I will put it up here, and thank you so much for the recommendation. I have been using the Nikia Joy Cosmetics primer. It is a matte base primer. If you're new here, I am 37 years old. I do have oily skin, and I live in humid and hot South Florida. So I have really been enjoying this. It is mattifying, but not drying. It's not drying like the Waso Shiseido one. So I can appreciate that. And it does, like, if I just tap in on the large pore areas, it does minimize the appearance. So I want to make that clear. It doesn't minimize your pores and they're going to stay that way. It minimizes the appearance of the pores. I feel like in the beauty industry too much we hear, oh, it blurs and minimizes the pores. No, it gives the illusion. It does that. But when you take that makeup off, they're still there. I will say I have been using the new La Mer Micro Peel. Now that minimizes your pores and you can tell significantly. So if you have been considering it, my friend has oily skin. She's very fair. She has rosacea and very sensitive skin. And she's been able to use the micro peel and hasn't had an effect. I feel like a lot of people have been scared because it says you could experience tingling. I did not experience any, neither did she. And it's worked well for both. I will say you're supposed to put it on and leave it on. So when you read the reviews of those, I saw absolutely no difference in my skin after I washed it off 15 minutes later. That's not a valid review. I'm just saying. But I am currently doing a 21-day La Mer skincare routine. It's very simple. I believe it's like 3 products. And I'm doing it for 21 days and then I'll update you all. So next, after this Nikia Joy Cosmetics, I have been absolutely obsessed and loving the Shantikai Anti-Aging Face Tint. This is the bronze one. They just came out with the rose. So if you felt this was too orange or you didn't want the bronze look and you have rosy undertones, you kind of just want to even your skin tone, check out the rose one. I'll link both of them. I don't have the rose. I have the bronze. I absolutely love it. Do I enjoy the packaging? No. I feel it could have been different. But I just get like a flat brush and I dab it on. I like paint it on my face. And don't get scared by what it looks like right now. it will blend in nicely. And I have been obsessed with using this under any base, but I have been reaching for a tint versus a foundation. It's just been so hot. And I'm talking about like, it's been in the 90s, but the feels like has been in the hundreds, like 104 plus every single day. I will say, just like applying it with this brush, just like all over the place, it just cools down the skin. And I don't know if it's because of the heat that I just absolutely love that, but this is my mirror brush. It is dirty. I've been using it for everything. I've literally been using this one brush for my entire face every time I'm doing my makeup. So you can see there how it blends in, and I'm absolutely loving this. Although I wear SPF, I'm very cautious. I exfoliate my face a lot. I'm very cautious with how much sun I get on my face. So my arm is, and my body is darker than my face. So this kind of just evens things out. I am looking over here in my mirror. It does even things out. I am bronzier and more tan since I've moved here, I will say. And I have found myself, when I reach for a foundation, having to add the Drunk Elephant debronzing drops. And a good dupe is the Milk Makeup Bionic bronzer, the liquid bronzer. If you need to bronze up any foundation, adding 1 or 2 drops of either one of those, depending how warm you want it, would be ideal versus having to buy an additional shade. The good thing about the Milk Makeup is that it comes in multiple shades, where the Drunk Elephant drops are one shade. So it's pretty, you have to be careful not to go too dark, but I just love the warmth and evenness that this provides to the skin. Is it enough coverage for me? No, but I love it as a base to really just even out and tan my skin. And even though I'm oily, if I spot conceal, which I have done, if I spot conceal and then apply this, I could go out the door. I could go out the door with a bronzer and a mascara. But I don't feel I need an additional tint or anything else. But I am absolutely obsessed with it. I am loving it. I highly recommend it. If you like a bronze, if you have any redness and you want to even it out, I highly recommend it. And these are my go-tos. Some are new, some are not. Next is the Tom Ford Glow Tinted Moisturizer, and this is in the shade 7.0 Tawney. I have been loving this, and I'm surprised because it's glowy, but once we mattify it, we're fine. And again, the mirror brush. I have been using this brush to just really do all my face makeup. So you can see how instantly that turned glowy. It's okay. We're going to apply it all over the face, and then once you powder it, it just looks lovely. And I feel like it doesn't wear off. It looks natural. Do I get oily? Yeah, I get oily. If you're oily, excessively oily like myself, you know you can add powder, you can add setting powder, you can do multiple things, but nothing you can do is just going to completely prevent you from getting oily or not having to touch up all day. Can you do those things to extend the amount of time before you have to touch up? Absolutely. But will you have to touch up if it's a long day? Yes, you will. It's a struggle of oily skin, but oily skin has its benefits in the long run. So I try not to complain about it. And then I just bring this down the neck And instantly, that just looks nice. It looks bronze. It looks even. You can see my hyperpigmentation. This is not hyperpigmentation. That is a very, very large pore. Like, large. But you can see how it just evened. And yet gave a very natural look. And I didn't have to spot conceal. And honestly, if I wasn't chatting, I could do this quickly and out the door. Not the brows though. That takes me a minute. Next is concealer, and I've been reaching for the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. This is literally an all over concealer. The only thing, and my gripe about this, is how hard you have to pull it to get it out. And I'm one that puts my clothes on before I do my makeup. I like do my hair first, I get dressed, and then I do my makeup last. So I get pretty nervous when I'm applying this concealer because I'm like, uh-oh, what if it like bloop on my clothes? So that's the only thing I have to be careful with. Also, not to go in too hard and then, so I will give that warning. And I have been using the A506, the Angie Hot and Flashy Concealer Brush from BK Beauty. I absolutely love this brush. I've been using this one as well as the Rare Beauty one. I think I enjoy this one more. The Rare Beauty one is equally as nice. They are comparable. If you have one, I don't think you need the other. But it is very nice. And if I had to pick one, I would pick this one. And I just tap that in. And after I tap it in, I do spray some setting spray on my brush. And I just lightly dab it over. And I do it from afar, not where I can feel. I don't want to feel like I'm putting wet product on my face. But I just dab that in. 1 second, mommy called. Sorry about that, when mommy duty calls. So I went ahead and blended that concealer out. Next, y'all know how I am about my bronzer. I have been absolutely loving this. And because of this little extra color situation I got going on, the medium just doesn't work. The Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer, and this is in the shade Tan. I did purchase fair, medium, and tan, and I did review them, and I'll link it up here. This is amazing, and I absolutely love it with the same brush. Like, I can't. I absolutely love this bronzer. I do have to set it though. I'm not gonna lie. You know, oily girl problems. But the way that this just gives the right amount of bronze, and then I just lightly around the edges go with my finger and upwards, always upward. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to apply that on one side of my face so you can see the difference. Like, what? Absolutely, yes, yes, yes. And don't forget to hit that hairline. And then I also I bronze tour with it. So I'll do the jawline. And this you do blend downward. But oh, you can see the difference. No bronze, bronzed. Oh, it's so pretty. And just natural and just blends into the skin. Like, I can't. Look at that. Look at the forehead. It's just absolutely beautiful. You like bronzer, you like to be a bronze goddess, this is the one. And with this brush, if you want to do your nose, you could just hit the tip of the brush like that and just get that on there and then blend it out with your finger. If you're one that likes to give a little dimension or change your nose shape, the illusion, and just blend. You just tap. I absolutely love this brush, and I really love it with stick foundations as well. I will say that. With the Merit stick, so I feel like I'm gonna have to get a new shade because it's a stick, so I haven't really been able to mix it up with bronzing drops. I can make it work. But with the Minimalist from Merit, as well as the Tom Ford, the Huda, I've tried it with multiple, and I really, really enjoy this brush with a foundation stick, with all of them, but especially a foundation stick. It's just beautiful. Okay, so I went ahead and just did all of the bronzing, and it's like, it just melts into the skin. I just do not have enough great things to say about this. Now, you all know me, you know it does not stop there. We're gonna set this with a powder, and I am gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer, and this is in the shade 3 Tan. With the Sonia G Face Pro, I just dab, and I just right over that. Now, you don't have to do this. This isn't an extra step, but if you like to chisel, I'm going to use the Hula from Benefit. And I know we don't like this brush, but I've been using it. And you just whoop, throw it up, flip it up, throw it in there, flip it up, right above the natural contour of your face. And you just flip up. And that just gives you a little extra chisel. This is my summer going out. I don't always chisel, but if we chisel, where are we going? We going somewhere? Yes, we are. And the Hula from Benefit, the packaging is atrocious, but you cannot take away from how beautiful and iconic this is. And to set my under eye, this is the Westman Atelier powder. And this one is in the shade Creme. I use my same concealer brush and I dip it in there and I just go on the under eye. Mind you, I did already set that concealer with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, but I don't want the shine. I want to lock this in, because I am extremely oily. And if I make the decision that day to put mascara on my lower lash line, it will end up everywhere because of the oils. It's just, the oils act like a makeup remover for the mascara. And that is why I tend to go with a waterproof mascara. But I'll just put this anywhere that I applied the concealer to really set that. And it's already more mattifying. I didn't use a lot of concealer, but there's no discoloration under the eye. This is not creasing. It's beautiful. I love this powder. I did purchase it in the pink bubble, but I haven't tried the pink bubble because I'm like, oh, I'm so bronzy. What can I use the pink bubble for? But I will try it. I will try it. I'm not sure if it'll go on pink. It doesn't look like it will, but this cream color, stunning. I'm gonna apply some Dior lip oil just to hydrate the lips while I do my makeup. I have the bronze one in my purse. It's almost out. And this is the Coral, the Peach Glow. These are so good. I want to try the Hermes ones, which I believe my subscriber Christy really recommended. So I'm gonna try those. I just hear they have different scents. So now I wanna go in store and smell one and look at the shades before I make a decision. But this one is really good. But it does have a little tingle, not like a plumping tingle, but you feel a little something, something. So next for blush, what I've been reaching for this summer are either the Chanel No. 1 cream blushes, and I do have 3 different shades, and the Clé de Peau cream blushes, as well as the Merit. And this one is in the shade Terracotta. It's just, when I don't have a lot of bronzer, I'll wear Terracotta, but I feel it's just going to blend in today. But sometimes I'll use this as a blush and bronzer. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. Let's put some over here and then add a little pink or peach. I usually tend to lean for a peach blush. And when I go this heavy on the bronzer, I have been reaching for the Chanel No. 1, and this is Healthy Pink. It says Healthy Pink, but in my opinion, I feel it looks peachy. That's just me. And this is a Unit 301 brush. And I do have a video coming where I'm comparing these to other synthetic brushes. Also in the BK Beauty. But that just gives that bronzer area an extra pop, a little peachiness. And then I always just blend the edges. It's really, really pretty. And you can definitely amp it up, add a little more, and just not blend as much. It's so, so pretty. I didn't think I would like these No. 1s from Chanel because I thought they were too dewy or maybe more for someone with drier skin, but I really am enjoying these. These are beautiful. And in the summer, I definitely go for at least 1 shadow shade. 1 and done, 2 at most with a liner and some mascara. And another favorite for complexion, but I think I would need to deepen it up, is that Wayne Goss cream foundation. That Wayne Goss luxury cream foundation, and then I also bought a bronzing shade that ended up working marvelous. I'll pop that video up here, that Wayne Goss foundation. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. If you tried it and it didn't work for you, I'm so sorry. It worked for me and it's so good. So for eyes, these are the only 2 products that I take with me. I'm not gonna lie, I always take that NARS Red Climax palette, but I never use it. I always just take the Tom Ford Duo, and this one is in Golden Peach. And I literally just dab my finger in there and I place it all over. This is just so easy. I do prime my lids, but you don't have to with these. I know they're not new. I know they're not new to me, but oh my God. I talked about this all summer last year, and as soon as I started vacationing this year, it's one of the first things that went in my bag when I was packing eyes. Like, I just knew, like, either use one, like a one and done, or I will show you the shade I pair it with. And sometimes I'll grab the Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer and I'll sculpt my eyes, and then I'll go in with this, and that'll be like 2 shades. Or in this case where I did not do that, I do bring it up high enough where you can see it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just a beautiful, very subtle peach shade, but it gives an oomph to the eye. And once you add liner and mascara, she's beautiful. Sometimes I will use the topper, sometimes I won't. It just depends on the mood. If I'm going to combine it with a shade, It is the exact same, a cream duo from Tom Ford. And this one is in Fleur Neige. And you can apply this with the finger and it'll be fine. I usually go with a brush, and this is the Angie Hot and Flashy from BK Beauty. And this is the 501. And I just dab it out here and flick inward, like the outer V out here. Bring it in just a little bit. And then flick outward. And I kind of just blend it to give it some dimension. And I use my fingers a lot with these. They melt into the skin. But still very subtle, very soft. Just gave a little dimension and kind of lift out here on the end. It's very soft, very subtle. And this was my everyday look, you guys, every day. And then I just tight line. And this is the Makeup by Mario in Perfect Brown. And I don't know why I'm talking while I'm doing this. I'm gonna poke an eye out. But I absolutely love his liners. If I want a pop of color, I will do that on the lower waterline. But I always go with a dark brown to tight line. And for mascara, this Too Faced Damn Girl. When I say I love this, I went through a large tube, then I got a mini, and then I went to the CCO, and they gave you 6 minis if you spend a certain amount, and I got 2 of these. And the rest were hair products for my daughter, but I had to get 2 of these as backup. I just absolutely love this mascara. It has a large wand. I can get in there. Now, if you don't like large wands, you're not gonna like this. If you don't like hourglass shaped wands, you're not gonna like this. But it just, and I don't even think this is waterproof. And it doesn't budge on me. It doesn't give me raccoon eyes. It doesn't flake. I like that it like umps out here. Look at that volume. Like you can see the difference. Oh, it's so pretty. I just absolutely love this mascara. And I would be sad if they discontinued it. I was so sad when they discontinued the Marc Jacobs. Was it At Lashed? The gold and black striped tube. Oh, I loved that one. Absolutely loved it. A little Shantikai nude liner just to open up the eye. And I didn't even put mascara on the lower lash because I'm telling you, between this heat and this humidity, it's not even worth it. And for highlighter, I have mentioned this on my channel before. This is the Westman Atelier highlighter in Lit. But like I said, I am oily. I have been adding a powder over this, and I'll show you which one. Just a second, and let me tell you, this grips. Whatever powder highlighter you add on top of this, it's just going, I don't do it on my nose. I do whatever is left on my finger from the Lit, I do add it on my nose. Then I add a little more right here in my Cupid's bow. But here, I have been using the Nude Riviera. And I don't know if it's really Nude Riviera. There was a whole mix up, but the back of mine says Nude Riviera. Or the Camellia highlighter from Chanel. Oh, either one of these on top of this Lit. This Westman Atelier just really grips it and keeps it in place all day. This is not going anywhere. Absolutely nowhere. This highlight, any highlighter that you put over that lipstick, it is not going anywhere. And I'm here for it. And whatever is left, I brush it on my jawline. So when I do that turn, we catch a little light. And lastly, let's talk my favorite lip combo since I tried it. So I had been using the Pat McGrath liner in Suburbia, but the Charlotte Tilbury liner in Pillow Talk works just well. And this is the lip definer in Discreet from Shantikai, this lip shade. And you guys know I am not a fan of gloss. But boy, Morgan Turner talked about this shade and I tried it and I fell in love with the gloss, y'all. Like, who am I? But this is the liner in the shade Discreet, followed by, thanks to Kelly from Keep Beauty Real, this is a Very Victoria from Charlotte Tilbury. And you don't even need to put a gloss on. Like, this is just, I love this shade. This shade is everything. Everything. But when you top it with this Pat McGrath gloss, and this is in the shade Dare to Bear. Yes, Dare to Bear. It's like pink with gold. I don't know. It's amazing. Look. Look at that. This is like my everyday lip. Every day. Where are we going? Lip? This combo, this lip combo, I'm telling you, is everything. And I know the one Morgan Turner recommended, like the lip shade, I tried it. It looked like concealer lips for me, but she is lighter than I am. But this gloss, girl, you did that. It is absolutely stunning. I'm trying to see if I can get the camera to pick up just like this pinky gold shift that's in it that just gives it this plump, full, juicy lip look. Like, I just can't. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And lastly, for powder, you know what? This summer has been too hot to mess around with trying powders and what was going to work and what wasn't. So I went to my tried and true My Nikkia Joy Cosmetics powder and I just dabbed that on. And I usually put this before the highlighter, but obviously today I was not thinking, but that highlighter is still there. And trust me, oh yeah, she's still there, even though I dabbed over it. Perfect. But with these oils, when they seep through, that highlighter will bling. So that's it. I could do this so quick, so fast, so easy. These Tom Ford shades, these duos, if you have oily lids, these do not matter if you prime or not. They're not going to budge once they dry. But I'm not sure what shades are still around. If I find them, I'll link them down below. I have about 7 different shades, but I do know a few are discontinued. But not only is this my go-to everyday look during the summer, those are my current favorites, the products that I'm just absolutely loving, reaching for every time I sit down to do my makeup, reaching for immediately every time I'm gonna pack to go on vacation. But this was so much fun. Thank you all so much for coming. And until next time, don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.